Alright, welcome to my lesson video on 9.3 surface area of cylinders. Before we get to cylinders, which I actually think are the easiest of the three shapes that we've been finding the surface area of, I want to quickly do a little review about the two shapes we've done so far. So the first shape we have here is a rectangular prism. So remember the formula for finding the surface area of a rectangular prism is I have to find the length, the width, and the height. Then do 2 times 5 times 3 plus 2 times 5 times 4 plus 2 times 3 times 4. So then 2 times 5 times 3 would be 30. 2 times 5 times 4 would be 40. 2 times 3 times 4 would be 24. And then you would add those three parts together and you would get the surface area of 94 inches squared. So just a quick review of a rectangular prism. Then we also did triangular prisms, which are tougher, but again, you just have to practice these ones. So first, the perimeter of the triangle. Well, my triangle would have a perimeter of 10 plus 6 plus 8, that's 24, times the height of the solid. If the solid was sitting up correctly, you would actually have a height of 14 here. Plus the base times height of the triangle. The correct base and height for this one would be 6 times 8. So then 24 times 14 is 336. And 6 times 8 is 48. And that means the correct surface area for the triangular prism here would be 384 feet squared. Okay, then the other shape that we have done is pyramids. Well, this one is a square pyramid. So that means the base is a square, and it has 4 triangles going around. So the area of the triangle would be 7 times 11 divided by 2 times by 4 because there are 4 triangles going around. That gives me 154. So then the area of my base, like I said, it was a square, so that would be 7 times 7, which is 49. And then your final answer for the surface area would be 203 meters squared. All right, now moving on to our third shape that we are going to find the surface area of. It is cylinders. And remember, a cylinder has a circular base and top and bottom, and then you have this curved part going around the outside. Well, this curved part is what we would call the lateral surface area. And it is in the shape of a rectangle, and really we use that to kind of come up with this formula for surface area of a cylinder. So the area of the base here would obviously be pi times radius squared, but of course there's 2 of them, so the area of the bases would be 2 times pi times radius squared. Well then, the lateral surface area, this measure here would actually be the circumference of the circle. So this part here would be 2 pi r, which would be the circumference of the circle using the radius, because that's what they give you, the radius. And then I would times that by the height. So 2 pi rh here, that is the area of this lateral surface here. Plus, the 2 parts here are going to give you what the surface area of a cylinder is. Now, I've actually made that formula a little bit easier. And how I made that formula a little bit easier is I saw that I can factor out a few things here. Both parts have a 2, both parts have a pi, and both parts have an r in them. So when I factor out the 2 pi r, then that just leaves me with r plus h in the parentheses. So what I'm going to do for each of these is take radius plus height first. Then that answer, I'm going to multiply by 2 times pi times radius, and that's going to give me the surface area. So I'll show you what I mean with this first one here. So we need to find the surface area of this cylinder. So I see my radius is 4 and my height is 3. So what I'm going to do first is add 4 plus 3, and of course that is 7. So then I'm going to do 2 times 3.14 times my radius, which is 4, and I'm going to times that by 7 right there. So then that, just entered into my calculator, is going to give me my surface area, which is 175.8 millimeters squared, because it says rounded to the nearest tenth for that one. Alright, you can pause the video and do those two on your own. Alright, to try these two, we have a radius, we have a height. I'm going to add 6 plus 9, which is going to give me 15. Then I'm going to do 2 times 3.14 times my radius times 15. So 2 times 3.14 times 6 times 15 gives me my surface area of 565.2 yards squared. One mistake that I do notice that sometimes students make is they multiply those two numbers, but then for some reason they think they have to add that 15, but no. You multiply 2 times pi times radius times the answer of radius plus height there. So second one here, I'm going to add 3 plus 18, which is going to give me 21. And then it's going to be 2 times 3.14 times 3 times 21. 2 times 3.14 times 3 times 21 gives me my surface area of 395.6 because it does say round it to the nearest 10th centimeters squared. All right, next up, now, lateral surface area of a cylinder is actually used just as much as probably the surface area of a cylinder. Because if you have cans of food, you know that the label going around your can is what is the lateral surface area of the cylinder. So if you just want to find what the lateral surface area, the label going around your can, what that area is, it would just be using the formula 2 pi RH. So that takes us to example 2. It says, how much paper is used for the label on the can of peas? So I would do 2 times 3.14 times my radius, which is 1, times my height, which is 2, and the amount of material I need to make that label would be 12.56 inches squared. Example 3 says, you earn 1 cent for recycling the can in example 2. How much can you expect to earn for recycling the tomato can? Assume that the recycle value is proportional to the surface area. Well, you get paid for recycling the metal in the can, and both the top and bottom and the side is all made of metal. So I actually have to find the surface area for both of these cans in order to compare them. So we have a radius here of 2, a height of 5.5. So I would do 2 plus 5.5, which would be 7.5. 2 times 3.14 times 2 times 7.5, which gives me a total surface area of 94.2. Now for the sweet peas can, I haven't found the surface area for this one yet. I did find the lateral, but I didn't find the surface area. I would have to add 1 plus 2, which is obviously 3. And then it would be 2 times 3.14 times 1 times 3, which would give me a total surface area of 18.84. So it says you earn 1 cent for recycling the can in example 2, so 18.84, you get 1 cent. How much would you get for recycling the can, the second can, which now has a 94.2? Well, it's proportional, so that's why I can solve this proportion and figure it out. So 94.2 times by 0.01 divided by 18.84 means that I would get 5 cents for recycling the bigger can. I would get 4 cents more. Okay, now what if? It says in example 3, the height of the can of peas is doubled. Does the amount of paper used in the label double? Okay, so if I am now doubling this height here, that means now it's going to have a height of 4. So now to find the lateral, I'm going to do 2 times 3.14 times 1 times 4. Well, 2 times 3.14 times 1 times 4 gives me 25.12. Well, if I go back, I originally had 12.56, and when I times that by 2, I get 25.12. So the answer to the first part would be yes. The amount of paper doubles if you double the height of the paper. Now the second question is, does the recycle value double? Well, that means I have to find the surface area of this can. So I'm going to have to do 1 plus 4 because I have a new radius and height, that's 5. 2 times 3.14 times 1 times 5 gives me my new surface area would be 31.4. So then if I compare this to the area here, if I multiply 18.84 times 2, actually it does not double. What it does double is the lateral going around, but it doesn't double the top and the bottom. So actually the recycle value would not double because the amount of metal used would not double for that. Alright, that takes me to our homework assignment in bigideasmath.com. First question says, which part of the formula represents the lateral surface area? And of course it is the 2 pi RH that represents the lateral or the label on your cylinder. Number 7, I want to find the surface area rounded to the nearest tenth. So remember, this is my radius, this is my height. So 6 plus 7, of course, would be 13. 2 times 3.14 times radius times that answer gives me my surface area of 489.84, but it says round to the nearest tenth. This digit here is not 5 or more, so I would enter in 489.8 feet squared for number 7. Alright, number 9 says find the lateral surface area, which you know is 2 pi RH. So 2 times 3.14 times my radius, which is 10, times my height, which is 6. 2 times 3.14 times 10 times 6 gives me an answer of 376.8, and that is already rounded to the nearest tenth, so that is the answer that you would enter in for that one. Thanks for watching.